How's it going, everybody? I am so daggone tired, worn out by life. Uh, I actually I wanted to try and do something about a year ago, over a year ago. Uh, Talked to a friend of mine about it, but it never really came to fruition with consistency because I don't have consistency in my life. But what I'm going to try and do as of today is try and chronicle my life going forward. Today's June 1st, 2024. I'm super tired. You can probably see it in my face. I'm worn out. My mother with dementia keeps calling me. She's probably called me 35 times in the last hour. She knows how to dial out. She does not know how to pick up. It's just crazy. Just like I'm worn out. I am just a worn out human being. Fortunately, I was just able to eat a solid meal. It was a sub, a large sub. But anyway, so just going to try and chronicle my life when I can. I would love to say it could be a daily diary, but the reality is it's probably not going to be that way. It comes down to phone availability, SD card storage, just financial stuff. I'm just worn out. I am totally worn out. Today started off as a wash. When I say a washout. It was raining. For whatever reason, it seems to have cleared up a little bit better than they had forecasted. I'm trying to get my feet in the dirt tomorrow so I can make a little bit more money, even if it's only for a couple hours. I'm telling you, I am so tired. I'm going to tell you where I am, not exactly, but give you a ballpark idea. About 50 yards in front of me is the Waffle House where I got evicted previously when I was boondocking overnight. I spent many nights there off to the side, never bothered anybody, never littered. So there's like a little truck stop, gas station next door. I just talked to them politely and respectfully, asked them if I could hang out here tonight. Lady was real cool. Yeah, no problem. We close at 11. Just she got my general information. I had consumed their coffee here in the morning. Usually, I'm pretty particular about my coffee. Their coffee is not too bad. It's a good substitute. But right up the road is Piggly Wiggly, and I can get a really cheap breakfast at Piggly Wiggly. I can't even say it. I'm so tired. In the morning, usually I get like 3 pieces of really crisp bacon, a couple sausage links. Every once in a while, I get a little small scoop of eggs, whatever. But it's really cheap. It's like $6.99 a pound or something. Lately, I haven't been getting the eggs. I just like to get that little burst of energy with the bacon and the sausage links. Every once in a while, I'll throw something on there like a tater tot or a couple things like that. But I keep it pretty basic in the morning. So when I get rolling in the morning, that Piggly Wiggly, I spend usually $2.50 and under just to get a little breakfast snack, which I really like that. When I'm getting coffee at this place, it's okay. It's not Dunkin' Donuts, but I don't have to get a donut with it because I know I'm getting that snack up the road. I know my voice sounds all scratchy. It is scratchy. I'm just worn out and tired. But some people do impressions of me, and apparently this is what I sound like all the time. But I'm really tired and scratchy today. But yeah, some of the places I have stayed have been, let me put that back. I look like a fool when I take my hat off. Look like a big old tennis ball. But yeah, I got kicked out of the Waffle House over here. I had some sketchy incidents at the Walmart parking lot where you're supposed to be able to boondock. There used to be a lot of people in my same situation boondocking, and the sun's out. It's really bright. Maybe I should. I don't even want to change the angle because you see all the trash and all the dirtiness in the back. But yeah, it's crazy just trying to find a place to sleep. And one thing I'm very adamant about is not littering. A lot of these places like Walmart, these idiots that boondock there just litter like crazy. I already reported one vehicle a while back. I honestly thought it was a dude. It literally had windows down and like those just trash falling out of it everywhere. Literally trash falling out of it. It was just disgusting. So much trash around that person's vehicle. And I found out later it's actually a female. And it pissed me off so bad that I went in and reported to management what was occurring, because it shouldn't be their responsibility to clean it up, but they should be notified. I was kind of really conflicted because if I report that dumbass that is littering and not following the proper protocol to boondock, are we all going to get evicted? Are we all going to get kicked out? And so I made it quite clear to it wasn't the top manager, but like one of the higher ups. I said, look, please do not let this affect the other people. It's just this one individual. I kid you not, it was either the next day or the next day. That whole area around that car was 100% cleaned up. But I've noticed recently a lot of the regular nomads, homeless people, whatever you want to call them, are no longer there. So I don't know if they've been harassed. I was somewhat harassed one night with a big old vehicle pulled up right next to my driver's door with high beams on, I guess trying to intimidate me. I was never physically approached, but I had my precaution just in case. I had no idea what's going on. But lately it's been very minimal vehicles there. I realize there's different seasons where people transition to other areas. So it could be the slow season for transients or whatever you want to call it. But I'm starting to get a little burst of energy just talking about this. I feel better sharing it. But I don't like admitting my situation, but this is it. This is what it is, you know. Then when I hate my droopy eyes. My droopy eye, that just, another thing just pisses me off when I look on video. Probably because I'm just so damn exhausted. For a while there, I wondered, I'd been out in the woods, and I'd wondered if I had a tick bite on top of my scalp. I don't think so. But stay tuned, because there's going to be a coming video about that and how to solve it. Lord, I'm just so tired, so tired. It did rain earlier today, cooled it off a little bit. It's supposed to be raining now. It's not raining now. It's just cloudy. Seems like the weather forecast is all screwed up. If it gets better in the morning, I'm going to try and get a couple hours worth of work. But my mom called me about 35 times in the last hour and a half or so. If you're not familiar, my mother has dementia. She's in a home. She's a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. Power of attorney, he is a whole different kind of mess. But yeah, it's a coin flip. Who's going to go first, right? You know what I mean? It's just like crazy. June 1st, 2024. trying to stay alive. I've been doing this for probably a little over a year. For a little while, I had a little housing with my mother. Now I'm just living like a gypsy. I don't want to live that way. I do have a full-time job, a low-paying full-time job. I want to reiterate that. I have a better-paying part-time job than my full-time job, but it's very part-time, and I'm just trying to catch up with creditors. It's just not enough of me to go around, not enough income. My credit's been destroyed, so I'm just trying to get by. I'm literally trying to get by. I love YouTube. That is my only saving grace is YouTube. I try and use that as my how do I want to say this, outlet, my last chance for survival. It gives me vision, gives me goals. Hopefully one day I can be monetized. In certain aspects, I'm not that far away, but in some ways I am far away. It's about producing content, hitting the right topic at the right time. It's the right place at the right time. But tomorrow, June 2nd, listen to this. This is not funny, but it is funny. But I get my food assistance tomorrow on the 2nd of every month. I was just notified by letter a few days ago that this is the last month I qualify. I have to reapply for food assistance. And it was very humbling to even have to go through the BS process that I had to go through to get food assistance. I thought I was going to qualify for $291 a month because I'm homeless. All the entire income being so low. If you're new to watching this, yeah, they approved me. I forget when it was exactly, 5-6 months ago, for $23 a month because I was honest. But I later learned why it was only $23. Because I don't have housing bill. I don't have a housing bill. If I had a housing bill, I would qualify for more food assistance. Because I don't have a housing bill or debt, they're not helping me get out of my financial situation. They pretty much have the philosophy like, hey, it is what it is, But if I lied like most people do, in the process, I'd probably be getting $291 a month. But here I am, telling the truth and being a victim, and I can't even lift myself up because I have to spend so much money on food just to stay alive. If I could get some food assistance as it's intended, the way I understand it, I could save money to get housing of some sort, better my lifestyle. When it's really cold and it's really hot, like it is right now, I expend a lot of money on fuel just to run the air conditioning or the heat in the van. So those are my chronicles for this June 1st, 2024. I'm not feeling confident. Oh, by the way, allegedly, if everything goes right, I qualify for my first Social Security supplemental pay. It would be June, excuse me, not June, it would be September 25th. The 4th Wednesday in September. So how it works is basically something like this. Don't quote me on the dates, but if you were born the 1st through the 10th or 1st through the 12th of the month, you're going to get paid whatever it is. Wherever your birthday lies, the following month you're going to get paid. So let's say I was born on July 5th. August, I would get my first income something around like August 10th or whatever it is. I forget. It's something like that. Basically, they're staggered like 1 week apart, and that's how it rolls. It's not like just because you were born in that month they're gonna send everybody a lump sum. No, it's so. Then when they sent out the payment, this is where I had a lot of problem with information I've been fed. I was told they back pay you on your first initial payment back to your birthday. So mine being July 29th. So the jackass I was talking to from Social Security was really rude, very nasty. And he is saying, no, it doesn't work that way. There is no back pay. They just delay it a month from when you're eligible. So they're telling me my first eligible date to receive income would be September 25th. It's the 4th Wednesday in September. Unfortunately, I have two major financial responsibilities I've been working for over 10 years that I need to have accomplished by September 21st. So I had a real bad day a couple days ago. And based on my income and just reality, I'm not going to be able to make those. And it's going to change my life forever. It'll probably end my life. One, I have a higher priority on. The other one is so close to being that high priority. But cumulatively, those two would be around $1,000. I have to find a way to make that happen. I was really hopeful when I knew I could get Social Security in September to potentially ward off that major issues that I want to prevent. As life would have it, everything happens later. It never happens when I need it to happen. It happens 3 or 4 days later. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with. I'm very stressed out, very unhappy, trying to stay positive, trying to stay busy. But here we are, June 1st. Sun's finally coming through. I guess maybe the weather forecast is changing. I can get some work done in the morning. I don't know. It's just like, so here we are, June 1st, 2024. We're going to just restart this Chronicles and call this episode 1 of my survival, my journey. And here, my mom's calling in right now. It's probably like the 36th time. All right, folks. So I'm gonna touch base with you guys. I'll try and touch base when I can. It's gonna be hard to do it every day, but I'm gonna try and just. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad, especially when I did some things about homeless people today. It just really breaks my heart. But it's sad. I'll talk to you another time.